Hey guys, this is Woodrow here, and we're getting ready for the putting the drip tape down for irrigation. This is going to be okra, tomatoes, and green beans. But anyways, Milton's using the wheel hoe right now to kind of dig the trench, and then so we got 3 trenches. And this is my Haas tool drip tape emitter. So what it does is it puts the drip tape into the trench and buries it for me. If you can kind of see here, there's the drip tape there, and this drip tape has emitters on it. Here's one right there, if you can kind of see it. See that emitter? Every 12 inches it leaps out water, and you'll see it just wet spot every 12 inches. So there'll be a wet spot. So it makes it easy to line everything out. So we already got our 3 trenches done. Now Milton's gonna go and swatch holes, wheel hose. So we're letting the old one down. We're going to the new one here. And he's gonna press down on that one. And we have a nail down, a stake, if you can look right here. That stake holds that down. You gotta push this. There you go. And you can see how it's burying that tape right there. So anyways, you gotta do it just like that. This one's a little tougher, but that's how it works. So anyways, wanted y'all to see that, and I'll get y'all going in the next video. All right, so we got our drip tape buried here. It's underneath the soil. So the water could just shoot out, but what you do is you buy these ends. What's nice about these ends, you can flush out those lines. So sometimes you get lime and dirt, and if you just tied this up in a knot, you could do that. But then you'd have to untie it to flush out those lines. And I like to flush them out about once a week. That way it keeps my emitters clean and focusing. If you don't flush out those lines, you tend to get corroded and dust, and then not all your emitters are working properly. So I buy these, they're pretty cheap. They're less than $1. You cut a nice good clean line, and you put it right here. And then thread that on there. And it just threads like that. And then we're going to screw that on, and we'll do that to all these lines right down here. We'll do that. But the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to put this on. You don't want that emitter to be on this thread side, because it'll always leak. So always, if the emitter is going to land right there, cut it past the emitter and then put it on. Now to the next step. All right. Here, cut those. You're doing good, bud. Getting a leg workout today. Burying that drip tape. Good job.
Hello guys, it's me, Milton at Happy Horner Farms. Today we're going to finish up our video on our drip tape. So first we dug our ditch, and then we laid our drip tape here down, and then we buried it with our tools over here, and then we plugged the ends so water doesn't run out the end. And now we're here where we have our main water line. This feeds water to all the rest of our garden and all our other drip tapes. And now we are going to attach our drip tape to our main water line. And we're going to be using this valve right here. We like these valves because let's say you have tomatoes and beans, and you want to water your tomatoes, but you don't want to water your beans. So you go over here to your bean drip tape, and then you just close them off like that. And then you just leave your tomato ones on. And when you want to water your beans, you just turn them on right like that. So we like that just because it's simple and easy for us. So how we're going to attach this valve to our drip tape, to our main water line, is we're going to get our drip tape. Usually it's long like this, but we've already cut it. And usually you want some space between your main water line and drip tape, and you want a clean cut so you can get a good seal on your valve so it doesn't leak. And make sure you do not cut on these emitters right here, if I'm saying that right. And because if you cut on those and you stick them on your valve, you won't get a good seal, and it'll just leak everywhere, and you don't want that. So we get our we cut it right here. So remember, you want a little space between your main water line and your drip tape. Then you get your trash, you just throw it to your side. You don't need that anymore. So you get your valve, and then you unscrew it all the way to where you are flush with this little back area right here, and then you make sure there's no debris or anything in your drip tape, and then you stick it right over here, and you want to make sure you get it all the way on there, and then you start tightening it down. You tighten it and you make sure that it's on there safe. You give it a little tug, and then you come over to your main water line. Now we have a punch that punches a little hole, so this little hole right here can fit into your main water line so you can get water to your drip tape. So you come over here, you line up your drip tape, and you see right where it is. Then you get your punch, and there is water in this main water line, so there will be water coming out when I punch a hole. And then you punch the hole right there, and then it's going to come out like that. So you get your little valve here, and you push it in that little hole, and you feel until you feel a little click. Make sure you feel a little click. If it's not there, if you don't feel a click, it's not on all the way. So now there's water going through our drip line, drip tape, sorry, and all the way through our little row here. So now you can start planting seeds and you can get water.
Awesome job, Milton.
Thank you for watching Happy Horner Farms. We'll see you later.
And this is our last bit of video. This is what we use. It's a reducer of PSI, so the drip tape does not blow out, because some wells are producing a lot more than 10 pounds of PSI. So what it does, it's a pressure regulator, and it decreases the pressure coming from the water hose here. And so right here it's coming, I don't know, I think my well's around 35 to 40 pounds. And then so this decreases that pressure to 10 pounds and goes through that black poly to our drip tape. Now this is what we use mostly because it reduces evaporation, and we can fertilize straight to our root system, and we don't have to worry about other things such as molds and mildews that get on leaves and things that are hard on the vegetables. And so you can see every 3 foot we have a mound, and that mound is dripping every foot. And if we walk up to them, we can see every 12 inches we have a wet spot, 12 inches, a wet spot, 12 inches, a wet spot, 12 inches, a wet spot. So if I wanted to put watermelons here, I could count 3 wet spots, and those 3 wet spots represents 3 foot. So in watermelons, I want to plant some watermelons every 3 foot apart, and some smaller watermelons I'll plant 2 feet apart. And all I got to do is count my wet spots, and that gives me perfect spacing. So thanks for watching Happy Horner Farms. Milton, see you next time.